am watching you, rodent.
What's that supposed to mean?
It is common knowledge that rodents hoard nuts, stolen technology, units.
Okay. First off, I ain't a hoarder, nor a rodent.
I know you have a stash hidden aboard this ship. Fetch it, now. Peter Quill, tell the rodent that his selfishness endangers us all.
Rocket, we could really use any extra units you have.
How do I gotta spell it out for you? I don't got no units!
Fair enough.
You believe his lies?
Oh, I ain't lying. Now why don't you leave me alone and bother someone else instead?
I intend to.
What do you want, Quill? If you're looking for units, check your own room. So, you here to talk, or you just want a gear upgrade?
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Conlar? With the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Humy butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control, mostly.
Ha! Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time you saved me.
Contraxia, Nowhere, Paramitar, Ceres, Contraxia again, Malador...
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scott wouldn't be scrounging for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather I turn you in.
Don't worry. I know you put a lot into this team. I'll make it up to you.
You better.
Open this door! I know you are in there, sentient tree! Do not think that I do not know what you are up to. Your rodent co-conspirator, Peter Quill, order the tree to open this door. I am certain that the rodent has hidden a stash of units within the latrine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Groot has the right to some privacy.
Now is not the time for pointless civility.
I'm Groot.
Groot, you okay in there? Think you could open the door for a minute? Is that my toothbrush? Great. Now I need a new toothbrush. So, you're taking the whole find the units thing pretty seriously.
It is a serious matter.
Yeah, I totally get it. We're all afraid of going back to prison.
I am not afraid of going back to prison.
Oh, good. Because I'm not either, mostly.
In the kiln, I was surrounded by criminals, murderers, and thieves. They taught me a harsh lesson. Assassins and bounty hunters cannot be trusted.
Okay. Wow. Don't you think maybe you're calling the kettle black?
I have not mentioned kitchenware.
It's an Earth thing. What I mean is, you're a convicted mass murderer. I used to be a pirate. We're not exactly upstanding citizens.
You and I honor our word. I cannot say the same for the others.
You could be wrong, Drax. You won't know until you give them a chance.
We will see.
Hey, Gamora.
You're supposed to knock.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be looking for money.
I did.
And?
I don't have any.
Also, what's with the dolls?
Do you value your life?
Is that a trick question? Okay, yes, mostly I value my life.
Good. Then pretend like you saw nothing and get out.
See you in the lounge?
Out.
Got it.
Let me guess. You're watching me.
I am.
What do you think I'm gonna do? Conjure some units from thin air?
Can you do that?
No!
Why does this thing look so sinister?
Hey, who said you could touch that? I don't go into your room and touch your stuff, Quill.
What? You hacked my visor and added a scoreboard to it while I was sleeping.
That was different. I improved it. Also, did anyone tell you that you snore? I thought Drax was bad, but wow. Quill, you should really get that checked. You sound like a Torg.
I don't snore that loud.
Yeah, okay.
So what is this thing anyway? It kind of looks like a metal face hugger.
That is clearly a spinal control unit.
Yes, right, of course, a spinal control thingy.
Back on Half-World, Kree scientists use these to keep us super soldiers in line. They'd press a big, fun red button and zap! Instant obedience.
Holy crap. Rocket. What exactly did the Kree do to you?
They ripped me apart and rebuilt me over and over and over again until I became this half-finished thing they could mold and shape and control.
Oh, Rocket, I had no idea. I mean, I knew the Kree Empire was desperate, but...
Do you know what it's like to lose all control of your body? To be in constant pain, trapped inside yourself, unable to stop the horrible things you're doing? That control unit made sure I did what I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, whether I wanted to or not. A neat, furry little machine of death. Didn't take long to figure out I was better off not fighting it.
Okay. Then let's shoot this thing out the airlock. Have a little middle finger salute ceremony to the bastards who built it.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ready to let go of that part of me yet. Maybe one day.
Are you 100% sure you want to keep it? What if it...
Controls me? I decided a long time ago, Quill, that I would never let anyone control me again. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another useful piece of junk and a few bad memories.
How many of you super soldiers were there on Half-World?
When the Kree started, 100, maybe. By the time I escaped, just me and Lila. She was the first one not to die from the control unit.
And Lila is also a...
What? A raccoon?
Or not a raccoon?
You gotta understand. She was afraid of him, and the control unit made sure we stayed in line. That I stayed in line.
Oh, that sounds... awful. I can't imagine.
So, I did what I do best. I found a way to overload the control unit. When the Blueskins let us out of our cage, kaboom! I blew a hole into the side of the lab. What we didn't know, what I didn't know, was that the lab was protected by sentry bots. We got to the security fence and Lila covered me while I hacked the modulator frequency, and as soon as it opened, she pushed me through the door. I heard her die, Quill.
Ah, Rocket.
Doesn't matter now. Past is the past, right? And that thing is just a reminder.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that, Rocket. For real.
Groot! Are you done in there? Me and Musclehead could use some input.
I am Groot.
What do you mean a minute? You've been in there for ages.
I have noticed that the tree is very meticulous about grooming.
Ha! You don't say. He made me snip off the shoots on his back the other day.
I am Groot.
Nobody cares that they were poking out, you big dandy. Okay, let's make some flarkin' cool stuff. Done in record time. Ah, got a crick in my back because of that.
Looks broken. Maybe Rocket can fix it. Groot! Hey, buddy. I was just, checking to see if everything was okay. And it is. Okay.
I am Groot.
Too bad this translator's busted. I was hoping it might have Groot stored on it, or something.
I am Groot.
That way I could download it into my translator. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on stuff without, you know, Rocket always filtering it.
I am Groot.
Actually, hold that thought. Yo, Rocket!
What?
Can you come here for a sec?
What do you want, Quill? I'm busy.
Think you can see if this translator has Groot's language on it?
It doesn't.
You didn't even check!
Don't need to. Cheap scut like that don't have rare language packages, and even if it did, it's beyond salvageable.
Really? Wait, do you have Groot's language package installed in your translation implant?
Do I look like I'm made of units? Only folks who got that language package are rich people.
So you actually speak Groot then?
You mean Talinisan? And yeah, I speak it, more or less. Me and Groot been bounty hunting together for a decade before you came along, Quill. When you've been working together that long, you develop a common understanding.
I am Groot.
You say misunderstandings, I say open to interpretation.
I am Groot.
They didn't go sour. We didn't need those jobs anyway.
So you guys learned to understand each other over time.
And with the help of a spreadsheet of Groot's lexicon, which ain't no easy feat when your entire language sounds like I am in Groot.
So there's hope for us yet.
I am Groot.
You know, I didn't always have a translation implant. I mean, I was failing Spanish before I left Earth, not that Spanish would have prepared me for all of this.
I am Groot.
Man, those first few years, do you know how hard it was to get by without having any idea what people were saying? Half of the languages out here sound like white noise, weird birds, and messed up theremins. I don't even want to know what Rocket actually sounds like. TV did not prepare me for the realities of living in space, let me tell you.
I am Groot.
Honestly, man, you're lucky you have Rocket. I mean, I know what it's like to be surrounded by people and have no one understand you, how lonely that can be. I'd have been lost. You must have been lost too, before Rocket and us.
I am Groot.
I probably don't say this enough, but you really are an important part of the team. I can't imagine the Gardeners of the Galaxy without Groot. And who knows? If this thing does have your language in it and Rocket can download it somehow or hack it or I don't know.
I am Groot.
It'd be nice to finally talk to you. For real. Glad we had this little chat.
I am Groot.
Awesome. Cool.
So, got any ideas to get those units together?
You have investments.
You think I look like an investment type of guy?
You are a risk taker.
Exactly. I don't sit behind no desk all day hoping for real estate fluctuations. I go out and I do stuff.
Perhaps we are somewhat alike. What if we contacted one of the assassin's disreputable sources?
My sources are reputable.
She don't really mean that. What were you saying?
One of those informants is bound to be of value to Novacore.
You want to sell out one of Gamora's guys?
If they are murderers, then justice would be served, and we could negotiate an extension of our fine.
I wasn't so sure Gamora would stab you in your sleep just for suggesting it. I think it was a pretty solid plan.
Those scaly bastards didn't stand a chance. Well, well, well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
"37 units?
We appear to be 6,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill,
I know. We clearly need a plan.
and reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on, you've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always a
Holding
half-
out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no
Set course for
sacrifice.
the Mocking
I will
Star system,
sacrifice your head.
and take us to the majestic mountains of Kakarandara.
Real mature.
Guys! Maybe Rocket has something.
There's a lot of crazies out there, Quill, willing to pay for this kind of weird.
No! Let's say my collection is actually worth something. There's no way we find a buyer in time. And even if we do, there's no way it gets us what we need. And most importantly, any attempt to sell anything of mine will result in me chopping off something valuable of yours.
Perhaps we should reconsider another course of action.
Yep.
Such as capturing the infamous...
No!
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It is brilliant.
Yeah, you know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most...
I am Groot.
No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend. Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Monster Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great?
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am, and I know what he ain't.
I am Groot.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it, Quill.
The point is I think you'd make a fine monster. And we'll definitely need that tactical brain of yours to bust you out once you're in there. But just to be 100% sure, you're definitely okay with this.
Are you kidding? I can't wait to hold this over you.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather. Anyways, I'm sure it looks worse than it is. Yep, no problem.
Flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment. Piece of cake.
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the transaction.
We're like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping. Nope. Okay.
I am Groot.
Dry up. That's what I want to do after this mission.
I am Groot.
Aw, you're way too soft to be a monster, big girl. Yes, you are.
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof.
Okay, here we go.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good. We've already got a beast. All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right? Ouch! Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord. We ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
We won't walk, we'll hike. It'll be fun. Woohoo! Team hiking trip.
That's just a fancy word for walking.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine.
Agreed. You must face Lady Hellbender's rage head on.
Almost sounds like you want to get hit by lightning.
I would not expect a Chitauri trader to understand the underlying value.
The underlying value of getting killed.
Of being direct, you child of subterfuge.
What is your problem?
Lady Hellbender scoffs upon duplicity and dishonor.
Can we refocus here? We're here to trick some lady, not kill each other.
She's not just some lady. Lady Hellbender's a known warrior.
And a queen.
And stinking rich.
Exactly. She's a stinking rich warrior queen businesswoman, and she won't be able to resist a good deal. Same as us. That was way too close.
Well played, Lady Hellbender.
So we're still doing this?
Yes!
It'd be a whole lot drier if we went through the jungle below.
And lose sight of the fortress? Trust me, this is better. Yes, your guys! Focus! Keep it up!
Good advice.
Of course he knows we're on the clock. 3 cycles!
It's called scouting, okay? Okay, this might be more dangerous than I thought. Yeah, keyword live.
If any of you die, I'm going back to the ship.
Wake up!
Everyone okay?
We should have gone to Maku 4.
Hey, check out the old Resistance ship. Thing's been shot to hell.
No doubt by this one and her Chitauri friends.
We weren't friends.
Guys.
I am Groot.
Not sure. But it ain't moving now.
Would be wary, Rodent.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little... Ah!
It's not alone. Get ready!
Try to stab me, will ya?
How come monsters are never friendly? Guess this is the local fauna!
Their locomotion is mesmerizing.
Watch it! Fight! I was getting bored anyway.
Glad we can entertain you!
Oh yeah! We got another batch of angry things! Welcome death!
Jelly's on the offensive!
Think these jiggle cubes go to jiggly heaven?
I am not sure, but I am sure that you have crushed it! Spikes are
Any last
incoming!
words?
My blows bounce off! Jelly!
I don't think the goo matters. It's the spikes inside.
Crush your bags!
So that's what a monster around here looks like?
We are outside Lady Hellbender's sanctuary. The creatures here are not her pets.
You sort of do look like food.
We're gonna be food if we don't climb out of here.
Where the flark is she going?
There's a trail going through the jungle! Having fun?
Didn't think I'd ever be shooting at a resistance ship. Drax, you could pull this reactor out gently, right?
If it were combustible, the rodent would have shot it by now.
He makes an excellent point.
Will I continue ripping it apart?
No. I think we're good.
Great. We made it halfway up.
I'm going to scout ahead! Try not to kill yourselves on the way up!
There they are.
All right, Rocket. That wind control panel's all yours. Hope it still works.
Great. Everyone watch out for beeping red lights.
What? Why?
This is a resistance ship. We'll be lucky if there's only one booby trap on it.
Flark.
That don't sound like no jelly thing.
They say that Lady Hellbender's call echoes throughout the planet.
That don't sound like no lady either.
Careful! Looks like something big moved through here.
Yay.
If you see anything with claws the size of Drax, let me know.
I thought we already had our monster. What's she tracking this thing for?
For sport.
Nothing wrong with a little sport. A girl has to keep busy.
You are looking for trouble, assassin.
Let me guess. Some kind of monster thing.
Good guess. Well done.
Any chance it doesn't know we're here?
Nope. Only question is, which one of us will jump first?
It's probably not gonna jump us. Ooh, mysterious.
Found something, Quill?
Yeah, some kind of cave. Maybe it's got hidden treasure. Please don't let there be a space baron here. And hello, mystery goo. Monster eggs. Yay. Okay, so note to self. If it looks like a monster cave and smells like a monster cave, and you're on a monster planet... No, just trying to stay ready. Wow, look! some jelly, dudes. I took care of it.
What, Scott? I knew I should have come down earlier.
Wait, so where are you?
Cave with X. Where are you?
Still checking things out. This place is bigger than I thought. Nice! Hidden passage!
Everything okay in there?
I ain't far, Quill. Scream really loud if you find another blob creature.
You know I will.
Hey, listen, while it's just the two of us,
What's up?
you're busy exploring. Just meet me in the main cave when you're done looking around.
All right.
Are you two coming?
Yeah, just a sec.
You done exploring, Quill? 'Cause, I really need to talk to you. There's something, personal I need to get off my chest.
All right, man, what's up?
Look, there's no easy way to say this, so I'll just say it. I think I'm dying, Quill. Even with all these frickin' augmentations. Shut knows what else, I need to know that you'll take care of Groot for me.
I had no idea, man. Does Groot know?
No, and, you can't tell him. It'd destroy him. If the day comes that just promise me you'll take care of Groot.
I promise.
And,
Are you...
and that,
Are you messing with me?
you know, say you'll bury me in the Milano. Oh, I can't believe your face. It was like, I can't even describe your freaking face.
Come on, the sooner we get the Lady Hellbender, the sooner we can focus on paying that stupid fine.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the one getting auctioned out.
You sure you want to get lost out here?
Relax, I'm just looking around.
There's further proof that we're not welcome here. If we turn back every time we ain't wanted, we never go in.
Good point.
Good thing we have a plant guy to take care of a plant problem.
He says plants aren't problems.
Can you get us through here, Gamora?
Whatever it takes to find Hellbender.
Her name is Lady Hellbender.
Yeah, Gamora.
If we want an audience with her, we'll have to start showing some respect.
This from the guy who calls me Harlot Spawn of Thanos.
An accurate description. We all know which harlot spawn it refers to.
What about her sister Nebula?
Guys, monster planet, dark, dangerous. Can we focus here?
Are you frightened of monsters, Peter Quill?
Only the scary ones.
We'll need to find a way out of this jungle.
Why? It's dry down here.
Wouldn't you rather be wet than lost?
Not particularly.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Seriously? Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization. The only settlement I saw when we were topside.
Was Lady Hellbender's fortress.
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Yeah, I bet you are.
What's the weirdest monster you guys have seen?
I once saw a brood transformed regalian wearing a Clintar parasite. Dead end. That's just great.
Wait, is that Shatari tech over there?
Ask the Chitauri.
No, it is. It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What are you-
do not have time to dawdle in this jungle. I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face! Put me down! No!
We're not throwing rocket.
Very well.
You sons of forking jaws!
How will we cross?
Don't face
Look around, we'll find another way.